I wore only NPC fragrances for a year straight, and here's what happened. There's been a lot of talk online about NPC fragrances. Basically, these are fragrances that are so overused that it has become redundant to even try to wear them. You shouldn't even try to buy these fragrances, and if you do buy them and wear them, you are looked down upon because you are just another pawn that is not capable of individual thought. So I wanted to test out this hypothesis. Are these fragrances so overused that you literally cannot get away with wearing them? So when we're talking about NPC fragrances, we're talking about 5 key fragrances that have blown up over the past 10 years. Number 1 obviously is going to be Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum. Number 2 is going to be Stronger With You Intensely. Number 3 is going to be Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. Number 4 is going to be Club de Nuit Intense Man. Certain fragrance influencers like Milan Scents and very sophisticated people who like very sophisticated fragrances have taken it upon themselves to say that these mainstream designer and designer-esque niche fragrances are for NPCs because they are so mass appealing and you're not allowed to wear them anymore. Arguably the most notorious one on this list, Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum, no fragrance has ever been called as overused as Dior Sauvage, and for good reason. The claim that it is overused is not baseless. Sauvage has been Dior's best-selling fragrance for years, basically ever since it came out. Now, is Dior Sauvage still wearable in 2025? Yes, without a doubt. I have been wearing Dior Sauvage every day for the past year and a half. I have had nothing but a good experience with Dior Sauvage. When it comes to versatility, performance, smell, compliment factor, I think Dior Sauvage is the absolute king in that realm. No other fragrance can top this. And I know this may sound like a ridiculous take with the amount of people that are hating on Dior Sauvage, calling it overused. I don't care. Dior Sauvage is one of the greatest fragrances of all time. Absolutely versatile, absolutely fantastic. Will get you so many compliments. So I'm going to give Dior Sauvage like an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have Stronger With You Intensely. This fragrance started gaining massive popularity in 2023 peak winter fragrance TikTok. Every middle schooler and their mom was buying this fragrance for good reason. Out of all the fragrances on this list other than Dior Sauvage, I would say Stronger With You Intensely is the fragrance that I have recognized the most out in public. I've had a number of occasions where I've walked past people and I've been able to tell they're wearing Stronger With You Intensely a number of times out of thousands of days. So no, I don't think Stronger With You Intensely is too overused to be wearing in 2025, just like Dior Sauvage. Am I gonna say this about every fragrance on this list? No, stay tuned. I have some crazy opinions coming up. But yeah, Stronger With You Intensely is an absolutely fantastic amber, cinnamon, vanilla fragrance. It has a really, really sweet, sticky toffee note. It just smells like Christmas in a bottle, okay? You want to smell cozy, sweet, a little fresh in the opening. Stronger With You Intensely, man. Performance is out of this world as well. I could get away with 3 sprays of this stuff. Everybody around me is going to smell it. I give Stronger With You Intensely an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we have Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. Like Stronger With You Intensely in 2023 peak fragrance TikTok, this fragrance was absolutely blowing up. Its predecessor, Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum, I believe was very underrated. I don't know if it was the shiny gold bottle, the metal bottle, the tangy mint note that's in here. This fragrance just blew it out of the water in terms of sales and performance. I swear, I could name like 10 people I know that have this fragrance. Now, do I think this fragrance is too overused to be wearing? No, but do I suggest you go and buy this fragrance? It depends. Personally, I had a giant 6.8 ounce bottle of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum, and I loved that stuff, bro. I went through that stuff. I burned through the bottle in under a year. Now think about it, owning 30 fragrances, I had to go through 200 milliliters of that stuff. So Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum was one of my favorite fragrances of all time. After I finished that bottle, I was tempted to go buy another, but I thought I would switch it up and I got Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. Now, I can't say I've been disappointed when it comes to complexity, smell, masculinity. The smell of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum is a lot smoother and more refined. This comes off a little bit too harsh. It has a really strong mint, honey note. It can come off a little bit nauseating to some people. It is definitely a party scent. It is definitely very strong, so you can get away with 3 sprays. I'm going to give Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir a 7 out of 10. A very good fragrance, just not as good as Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum. And finally, we got one of the most popular clones of all time, Club de Nuit Intense Man. When it comes to fragrance clones, I don't think any other clone has had the success that this fragrance has. I personally pushed this fragrance a lot back when I did affiliate marketing on TikTok. And for what it is, a clone of Creed Aventus, I can't say it's bad. If you sprayed Creed Aventus on one hand and then you sprayed this on the other hand, waited 15 minutes, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. That's just how good this fragrance is. And in terms of performance, it blows Creed Aventus out of the water. Like, I've never seen a $30 fragrance destroy a $250 fragrance in every single aspect. So this is a very common fragrance in the fragrance sphere, in the fragrance world. Are you gonna smell it a lot when you go outside? Probably not. You're probably gonna smell this on less than 1 in 10 of every guy that you smell out there. Performance out of this world. Smell. Personally, I don't really like the Creed Aventus DNA, but as far as one-to-one replica, I would say this is about 95 to 99% similar. So for that, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Just because I don't like the Creed Aventus DNA. If I did, this would definitely be a 10 out of 10. By far the best value fragrance on this list. So yeah, guys, conclusion. Is there such a thing as a fragrance that's too overused that you can't wear it anymore? No, absolutely not. And don't let anybody tell you different, especially when it comes to fragrances like Dior Sauvage. Guys, I guarantee you're not going to go outside and somebody's going to call you out for wearing Dior Sauvage, okay? Wear whatever you like. Moral of the story, these are all fantastic fragrances. And see you in the next one.